Welcome back, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you stack silver and you like your daily news to be unfiltered, uncensored, and unbiased, you've come to the right place. So make sure you click subscribe and click the bell so you immediately get notified anytime I upload. Because if not, you might miss some episodes. We're going to be talking about a couple different things in this video. First is titled Silver. Now is the time to act. The second one is talking about how silver prices may be down, but they are not out. Bank of America sees potential in 2024, along with the AI ChatGPT bot that also predicted silver will be above $30 at the end of 2024 in my most recent video. But that was pretty fun. You guys should definitely go check that out. AI predicts silver's price. But on a serious note, there are a lot of bullish signals, and it's not just coming from a robot. It's also from several different banks, the Silver Institute themselves. Every article I cover is always bullish. I haven't read an article that's saying silver is going to hold back. Even the miners, the people that are directly the source digging up this stuff, is mentioning it. Massive, record-breaking supply deficits, a very, very controversial year with the election around the corner. So all of this is pointing towards higher silver prices. So anyways, also, if you guys wanted to purchase silver, all you gotta do is email me, slayer@milesfranklin.com. It's a safe place to buy from with great prices and weekly specials. You don't gotta buy from me, just buy somewhere. I can just offer you guys a trusted place with great prices, but you guys can go wherever you want. Just make sure it's a legitimate place. Don't buy from some random person on eBay or some Craigslist or whatever. If you're gonna buy silver, which I highly recommend, I do myself every 2 weeks, every time I get paid. I just wanna say that, I'm not trying to push this thing just to make you buy silver. It's much bigger than that, and I hope you guys realize that. So anyways, let's talk about this article. It's titled Silver, Now is the Time to Act. The backdrop of this article is a letter I sent out to a potential investor regarding silver. That gives a little bit of backstory of what this article is, but I also did want to mention real quick before we jump into this, what do you guys think silver's price will be by the end of 2024? We should do like a poll or something, like A, if you think it's going to be 25 under, B, if you think it could be up to 30 plus, and C, if you think it could break above 40 or 50. I mean, just something interesting. I like doing polls to see where everyone's head's at. So to help you develop a technical trading strategy, we have recently updated our 5-step technical analysis guide, which will provide you with all the technical analysis steps to create an actionable plan used as a foundation. No, see, okay, I don't care about that. I don't care. Who cares? We could look at this, right? No offense to them, but I'm not a chart reader. I don't look at the technical analysis myself personally. I'll cover some articles to see what they say, but no. Okay, so here's where the meat and potatoes is, right? They talk about, China may be part of the puzzle. This is the meat and potatoes. So hopefully you stuck around this far, not clicking off the video within 2 minutes thinking you know everything, because a lot of people do that. And hopefully if you don't agree with something I mention, you do so respectfully, because I would as well. We're all on the same team. Recently, silver's lagged behind other commodities due to its dependence on industrial applications and reliance on China as a consumer. Those are some of the most important reasons why silver has to stay beyond just inflation. A lot of people say, well, what about gold? It's the same thing. Not really. Not really at all. Don't get me wrong, gold's a great investment, but silver has an entirely different type of bullishness to it. Will gold also go up in the future? Of course. But silver just has something, especially looking at the gold to silver ratio, has something special beyond gold right now. If you were going to buy gold or silver, silver is the much better buy, because right now gold is at all-time highs. If you're going to buy something, invest into it. Is it a smart idea to invest into that thing when it's the highest price it's ever been in the history of that thing? No. You don't buy it at the highest price. You buy something that's undervalued and wait for it to go up in value. Buy low, sell high. Don't ever sell, but just buy low. Buying gold right now is not buying low, it's buying at the highest price, the most expensive it's ever been. Gold is a great investment. I have gold myself. It's just right now is not the best time to buy gold. I don't know why I just diverted off into talking about gold, but I wanted to throw that out there. Yeah, China is one of the biggest consumers. Well, it is the largest consumer of silver. And that's something important because China having, opening back up this year could potentially play out in favor of higher demand. China remains the largest consumer of silver globally, consuming 18% of global fabrication. After a disastrous 2023, China's taken extraordinary measures to step up and support its economy by curbing short selling, proposing stock market rescue package backed by $278 billion as a part of a stabilization fund to restore confidence in its economy. While China may be one part of the puzzle, higher interest rates have been a significant headwind that is near coming to an end. So depending upon economic data, the market could see our first interest rate cut as early as March, but more likely in May. Who really knows, though? Regardless of one or the other, the first cut should set off a chain reaction of events leading to a weaker U.S. dollar, followed by a steady stream of fund inflows into the gold market, right? Because if the dollar goes down, silver goes up. There's a negative correlation. It's like almost identical. Sometimes, once in a blue moon, you'll see them both go a certain direction. But, if the dollar's weakening, gold and silver strengthening. So historically, gold has seen a 6% rise within 30 days of the first interest rate cut. But additionally, the gold to silver ratio is trading at 91 to 1. That is insane. That means it takes 91 ounces of silver to equal or trade 1 ounce of gold. That is crazy. That is so high. Right now, if I had gold, I would be trading it for silver because I would be getting so much silver for 1 ounce. When it comes out of the ground, roughly 7 to 1. And silver does 70,000 times more things than gold does. Silver is much more useful, valuable. It has real world value beyond gold. Yes, there's gold in laptops and cell phones. I used to scrap gold out of those things myself back in the day as a hobby. Nowhere near as much as silver. Gold is mainly wore for jewelry and coins. So leaving silver at a historically low valuation to gold. Historically low. It was 120 something in early March, or in 2020, the gold to silver ratio was like above 120 to 1, 121 to 1 to be exact, I'm pretty sure. And silver was down to $11 in March of 2020. And where gold broke above $2,000 later that year, but silver also came back. It came back stronger than any other asset. Silver was the number one performing asset in 2020. Number one. If it would have been gold or Tesla stocks or something, everyone would have been talking about it. News articles. Tesla was the number one asset. Nope, it was silver, but I bet you didn't know unless you watch my channel because nobody talked about it. But yes, I'm being serious. If you look up in 2020, what was the number one performing asset? It's not going to say Amazon. It's going to say silver. I think gold was like number 5 or something. But regardless, silver has done a lot of things, even when it's at its lowest point. And, $11. Imagine that in just a couple years ago. So China may be part of the puzzle or part of one puzzle. There's a lot more to the puzzle. Higher interest rates have been a significant headwind that is near coming to an end. Depending upon economic data, the market could see our first interest rate cut as early as March. So if funds also cut their bullish bets on silver to a 10-week low, leaving them underinvested, and that's from the 91 to 1 ratio. And with silver's high beta nature, the returns after the first interest rate cut could significantly outperform gold. And that would obviously happen. I guess I can't say obviously because we're living in interesting times, but they're saying that because silver is a much smaller market, so it's more volatile. That's why some people, like myself, I call silver gold on steroids. It's a much more exaggerated, dramatic version of gold. If gold's going to rise 5%, you'll see silver rise 7, 8, 9%, maybe more. But also on the opposite side, so it's more risky. If gold's going to drop 5%, silver's going to drop 10, 15%. So there's more risk but more reward. But at the end of the day, it's not like you're going to be selling. Well, Hopefully not. Do what you want. You could be a day trader. I don't care. But hopefully you're just buying and holding for long term and not looking at this as much of it as an investment and more of wealth preservation, putting your money into something that has real intrinsic value. So this is interesting. They also talk about copper. See, they said in addition to gold and silver, value in owning copper at lower levels. And I want to ask you guys, do any of you guys also own copper beyond just gold and silver? That's an interesting one. It just takes up so much space. It takes up so much space. And that could be, especially if the price goes up, that could be very concerning. Like imagine, like this is why gold is so beneficial because you could fit $100,000 worth of gold in almost one hand, just two hands, not even. Where silver, $100,000 of silver can't even fit in a shoebox. So imagine $100,000 of copper. You might have to open up the garage doors. I mean, that's a lot, especially if the price goes up too. Who are you gonna? Anyways, that's a whole separate video. But it maybe just buy some buy 10, 15, 20 kilos of it and just see what happens. It's really cheap. So, yeah, I know some of you do actually talk to one of you guys on the phone, a gentleman that placed an order. Super cool guy, by the way. A lot of you are so cool, like talking to you guys on the phone. So many good conversations. But yeah, he mentioned that from him doing demo in houses, he takes all the copper out and then melts it down. Or I think he's going. I don't know if he does himself specifically, or he's talking about melting them down to bars. Someone, or he gets someone to do it. But regardless, some people do, especially if you can get it for free. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. I'm curious if you guys own any of that as well. So here's another one. I'll go through this real quick. Silver prices may be down, but they're not out. Bank of America sees potential in 2024. So they say let's see. I just want to highlight the main stuff. We see a lack of interest among assets under management at physically backed ETFs, CME, net non-commercial positions, trading volumes, and that's purchasing U.S. coins, and that's from trading volumes on the Shanghai Gold Exchange, the Shanghai Exchange, or the Futures Exchange. So at the same time, the analyst noted that growing economic concerns are also weighing on the precious metal as unease over the health of China's economy continues to grow, which ties into the last article where they mentioned China being part of the puzzle. So a bottoming out of the global economy in the coming months would support the silver market. And we already pretty much are all predicting that or seeing that. And that's why silver is more of a preparation of what we see ahead that's coming. When investing into something, that's what you want to do. You want to look at you want to look at the value of the thing you're potentially investing into, and then looking at that asset in the future on where it could be. Well, if you want to look logistically, looking at silver right now, it's cheap, and then looking at what it's used for, and then pushing that forwards with the green economy and the shortage and how much silver we're going to be needing over the next 5 to 10 years and the lack of it, and also the things with gold and the interest rates and dollar and how that affects silver and the dollar going down. I mean, it's looking this direction, this direction, this direction, this direction, and it's all pointing towards silver being bullish. See what I'm saying? That's the only. I mean, that this asset makes the most sense by far. Nothing else has as many different things going for it, and all of the stars might not have aligned yet, but they are getting in line. And if you guys want to further detail on that to a more realistic, like slap in the face type of perspective, it's from silver price suppression, which we know is a real thing. Some of JP Morgan employees got sent to prison this year for that. Last year, actually, 2023, had to pay a $920 million fine. So silver's price is being suppressed, but Ted Butler, I made an incredible video over Ted Butler's work. I think it's called "You Won't Believe What Silver's Doing," something like that, and it's or something along those lines, because silver's being suppressed, but on a very illegal level, illegal, highly illegal. And it's on the COMEX. Well, one of the ways, which is paper contracts. There's all this paper silver out there, but there's, and the facade is there's an equal amount in the real world. That guy that owns that bar on that contract online thinks that there's that much silver of his in the physical world in a vault somewhere where there's not. It's much more contracts than physical, and that's how you could suppress the price. Because if that would be a reality and we were living in a world of rainbows and unicorns, in the perfect world, silver's price would be much, much higher. But they can suppress the price this way. And it's funny because JP Morgan got caught manipulating prices for silver, and who works at the top of the COMEX? JP Morgan, or their associates. And that right there should show you. I mean, but Ted Butler, the whole point of me getting to Ted Butler's work is that Ted Butler, he's been studying this for a very long time. The COMEX corruption, the illegal activity happening behind closed doors, and he exposes it. And I like covering his work because when you really understand how much the COMEX is suppressing the price of silver, you get an idea of how much potential there really is and what the price could do when the COMEX collapses. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. I know a lot of it was kind of just like ranting, but I just wanted to kind of take the video a little bit of a different direction. So let me know what you think. Trying to link up with Andy tomorrow to record an episode of the podcast. So yeah, stay tuned for that as well. I'm going to wrap this video up here. Remember, Slayer at Miles Franklin, if you guys wanted to purchase. We got some good stuff. And you could talk to me on the phone, whatever. I talked to a lot of you guys on the phone, and it's great meeting a lot of you, and I appreciate you guys. It's bringing a new appreciation to my channel, because like reading a YouTube comment or reading an email, it's a little different than talking to someone on the phone. Just that live interaction and getting to know where you work at, what's hobbies and stuff. It's cool. It really makes me appreciate you guys and how many of you purposely want to buy through me just to support me, or like go the extra mile to make sure like I got that sale or something. It just is crazy to think that you guys actually like want to do that. I don't know, but I appreciate it a lot, and it helps me out a lot more than you think as a single father with a 3-year-old daughter. So yeah, I do appreciate it. Sometimes I probably don't talk about it enough, but hopefully you guys can tell that I am genuine for everything I say. That's why I do so many giveaways, which hopefully we'll be doing a 100,000 subscriber giveaway pretty soon, because channel's growing. It definitely hits its rough patches. The channel will gain 100 subscribers a day, and then a couple months it'll be maybe 10, 20, 30 subscribers a day, and then it's back up to 100 plus subscribers a day. So it kind of goes with the times as well, which is fine. So hopefully we just hit above 97,000. So hopefully in like March, maybe, if I'm gaining around 1,000 subs a month, then you could say like March-ish, I should hit 100,000, or we should hit 100,000 subscribers. So yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be really cool. Be cool if it was April, because that's the month of my daughter's birthday. That would be cool to hit it around there. Lots of things to celebrate. But yeah, anyways, love you guys. I'll stop rambling now. Yeah, so thanks for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer. Make sure you subscribe because I post daily. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.